Today's a bit of a different video, a video of a different nature. I'm not really accustomed to talking about my personal stuff on social, but during lockdown, we were forced to look at our means of obtaining clients, how to keep our business going. Obviously, with Lateral Lawyers, we've got mouths to feed, and to find a new way to uh, make sure that the cash flow continued was very confronting for me because I've never been really one to want to put myself out there. I've always had a lot of fear around, what people think of me. And as a lot of you know, and those who don't, I'll get to that in a minute, had some reasonably sort of, how do I say it, challenging stuff to deal with that the media reported on, and it's pretty widely known amongst my circles that I wasn't exactly too thrilled that it was out there in the public domain. But COVID really gave me a chance to recalibrate and think about what was important and what's not. And what I realized is that, for all of us, there's so much stuff that goes on in people's lives that we think is like the center of the world. But the reality is that to most other people, I wouldn't say it doesn't matter, but it's really, you're really overinflated your own importance as one single human being on this planet of 7 billion people. And I sort of coming and doing all the business development stuff on social for Lateral Lawyers really helped me understand that, there's always going to be haters. And in many ways, it's actually like quite a good thing, because people are only hating on people that are out putting themselves out there, and they can see that unabashed, just desire to get on and live their best life, and to be able to do that without fear of judgment, or in spite of fear of judgment, is a super cool thing. So whenever I see any of you out there doing these goofy videos like I'm doing now, I might still think you're a goof, as the same way as you'll think I'm a goof, but good on you, because it's certainly been a liberating experience for me. So 5 years ago today, I met, well, it's actually 5 years and 2 days ago today, I met John Banks, who to this day has been my biggest supporter, confidant, mentor, and now probably my best friend. And John, I don't know if people know this, because it's certainly not widely reported. The media likes to, as we know, focus on the more negative things that people like John do. But for those of you who don't know John, he doesn't need any introduction, but he's a two-time Auckland Mayor, Minister of Police, and someone that saved my life by getting me out of just a horrifically bad dependence on alcohol and various other things, and to put me in a position where I was able to fight for my ability to still practice law because of some bad drink driving behaviour and other behaviour. And I was really fortunate to get a second chance from the New Zealand Law Society, which up until then I'd been reasonably, let's say I wasn't a rule follower and very entitled, and coming from a pretty privileged background, it was like almost like you think it's your birthright. You go to Auckland Grammar and University of Auckland Law School, and you're going to practice law, but when it's put in front of you that may not be the case anymore if you don't back your ideas up. That certainly had to reconfigure some of my views. And so I was given a second chance, and John very painstakingly walked me through how to live sober. 2 years, it's not an easy gig for anyone out there that would like to do it. I'm happy to take a private message or email me, or I can give my phone number out if you want to contact me. But it's not an easy gig. 2 years in, I had to go over to rehab in Thailand, even though I was still clean and sober. But I had some real issues about how do I find joy and meaning in life. And that was certainly a turning point, as has been this year with, like I said, the decision to put myself out there. Life today is really is, I have to pinch myself sometimes how good things are going. And it's not always easy, but it's a realization that there is real value in hard work. There is real value in doing things that you don't necessarily want to do at the time, but down the line are going to have a really significant payoff for you. And there's value in just doing the right thing as often as you can. But also, I think not to be too hard on ourselves and think we have to live. It's not a binary thing, like you're clean and sober and you're living this kind of exalted kind of holier than thou life. That's a load of rubbish. I don't aspire to live like that, and anyone I see that is trumpeting that worldview, I'm suspicious of, because to this day, like all of us, I certainly have my vices. Thankfully, not drugs or alcohol, but there is vices and there's vices, and having a clear head and being able to actually get on with life has been super, super cool. From a business perspective, it's given me access to people and clients, and allowed me to attract staff that, really speaking, we wouldn't have been able to do back in the day. And it's given me a chance to experience lots of different situations and lots of different businesses, and really broaden my experience base. COVID's inspired me to go and do my master's over at Monash, which I've just been accepted into in Melbourne next year, which is, I think, pretty cool. I never thought I'd be coming to uni, but that's something I'm proud of and excited about. And, I just really wanted to, I'm not going to harp on any longer, but I thought it'd be maybe cool to do this video, because if I saw me now 5 or 6 years ago, in the state I was in, I probably would have thought, what a sanctimonious wanker. And, maybe I am, but at the same time, I think, a light bulb may have gone off in my head at the time going, shit, yeah, I can relate to some of that stuff. And even though I'm in denial, and I'm probably going to go and poo it as soon as I've seen this and go, yes, this guy, listen to him go. But, it's the best thing I ever did. I'm really grateful to John and countless others, including my parents and my sister. And I'll leave it there. Have a great Sunday. Hope the weather gets a little bit better.